Talk to me about this Us project, bro.
Man, this is the new full-length album that me and Ant have been working on for the past 6 months or so.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Big thing, man. Really big thing for us.
The cover is real cool, real simple with the kids and stuff. The cover is real sick. It's like you've been touring so much and been so active. How did you find time to continue recording and build this thing with your touring schedule?
I mean, basically, you know, it's not the easiest thing in the world to do, but we work constantly. We don't take breaks. Actually, the recording part is a lot easier than the touring because you get to be at home. No matter, even if you put in a 16-hour day, you're still in your bed that night, you know. So it just is what it is. It's the work that we do.
Yeah, it's a beautiful thing, man. You and Ant still got that chemistry after doing a couple of albums. You still find that creative spark together?
Yeah, I mean, you know, we both are really always trying to go deeper into ourselves. You know, we have this philosophy that you empty yourself on every record that you make, every project that you do. You use every idea that you can imagine. You know, put every bit of your soul and your mind and heart into everything that you do, just knowing that it's going to be, when you come back to tap it again, it'll be twice as full.
Your work ethic and the whole Rhymesayers movement, the whole camp, everyone that's associated with you guys, hard work, dedication, passion, it's synonymous through the whole movement, you know?
Yeah, it's an amazing thing, man. I'm really lucky to be associated with the people that I am.
Yo, and even new people every day. We're seeing Evidence from Dilated Peoples is now officially a member of Rhymesayers. They're going to be coming out with the album Cats and Dogs. He's going on tour with you coming up.
Yeah. We, you know, the recent additions for this year include Toki Wright, my man, who's on tour with us.
Yep.
You know, we signed Freeway this year, and also Evidence. And so this tour that we're going to do is myself, Toki Wright, my DJ BK1,
yep,
and Evidence. We're going to do 50 shows in 60 days, the entire U.S. And really, that's just the beginning of the touring schedule that's going to happen for this year. But at the end of all of this, you know, this U.S. tour, we're going to come back home, and we're going to finish it at First Avenue on the 20th of November. The tickets for that show went on sale on Monday. It's looking like it could sell out pretty quick. We've already sold a few hundred tickets for that show. And so tickets, obviously, for that are available at Fifth Element on 24th and Hennepin, you know, Ticketmaster locations and at First Ave. But, yeah, I mean, a lot of those shows, you know, the pre-sales, just even for this first week, and we're still 2 months out from the tour starting, and had a really good week of initial sales. Really dope.
Yeah, that's what Evidence was saying. I saw him down at Rock the Bells, and he was talking about get the tickets in advance. This tour is going to sell out. He was talking to his fans like, look, I'm all about new fans, but he was like, I need some of my people out there. And, you know, Ali and them, they sell out across the board. Like, what's it mean to have Rhymesayers branching out? The fact that this movement was so, like, kind of tight-knit. Now it's Freeway and Jake One and Evidence. I heard MC Search say that Rhymesayers is the new Def Jam. What do you respond to that?
Search is a good dude, man, and he's a friend of mine. And you know, I think the approach is similar. That we are about hip hop and we embrace hip hop in its totality, in its fullness. And as hip hop continues to grow, it branches off into different areas. What we are is trying to unite and bring all of it together, just under the guise of good music, soulful music, music that comes from who you are, very personal, real music. Idea sounds very different from Freeway. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
the atmosphere sounds different from Evidence.
Yeah.
But what ties us all together is the love for the culture, the love for just the human connection that happens when this art just comes out of you and it connects with the fans and you know, the other artists, and you know, those are the things that really bind us all together. So in that sense, I would say, yeah, that there is some similarities between us and a Def Jam.
And becoming a powerhouse like, you know, the Little Engine That Could label is really making some moves right now. You know what I mean? Looking nationwide, picking people up. It's a beautiful thing. 2010 for Rhymesayers, about to be crazy. The album is called Us. Brother Ali, we're about to play the record. Why did you change the title of the album?
Well, initially it was called The Street Preacher, and that's something that I say it in the song. Street Preacher, what a fan once called me. There's a lady that's been coming to our shows since, you know, 2002 and earlier when we first started touring. You know, and there are people like that started coming out when they were in college. And now they're grown, you know. Now they get babysitters and they come out, you know. And they come and see us 2 and 3 times a year when we go through the city. Yeah. She told me, she's like, you're a street preacher. Like, you come out here by yourself and just drive city to city and give your message. Yeah. And I said, yeah, I'm gonna name the album that. So I started making it under that idea, under those guys. And when I got finished with the album, I realized that I'm still not preaching. I am talking a lot about things that go on in society, slavery and rape and homophobia, and trying to, I have a song where I talk about the situation that our Somali brothers and sisters go through living in Minnesota.
Yeah.
But all these issues that are like issues that are close to me, but aren't necessarily my story in particular. And I realized that I'm not preaching on this album. To still call it street preacher is not what it is. And I sat back and was talking with Sadiq, and he was like, "What did you really do on this album?" I said, "I made an album about us." And we were like, "Word, that's the new name of the record."
Yo, it's crazy. I looked at the cover, and if you look close, you can kind of like, you start to find yourself, well, that looks like a little white kid, and that looks like a little black girl, and like you're looking at the different kids, but you have to really look at it. You really can't tell because it's kind of like black on white, very, very, very artistically done. Very fly as usual, man.
I mean, what you're seeing on there is really what the idea. I mean, I tell stories on here about people that I know, that I love, that are close to me, that have built me as a human being. Yeah. And so, there's a story about drug addiction and drug abuse, and then there's also a story of my man Ethan Graham from North Minneapolis that I grew up with, rest in peace, who was murdered, and the police called it a stray bullet, so they didn't have to investigate it because, he was involved in hustling to feed his kids.
Wow.
And so the idea was that to tell all of these stories that are near to my heart and at just a human level, so that no matter who you are listening to these things, you connect with that person as a human being, even if they're a different color than you, even if their parents make more or less money than your parents make, either if they're a different part of town than you're from. And so that's what that art is saying, that you're just looking at these people as human beings, and all of them are carrying these little triangles and building the word us, that like all of us go through these same experiences, we feel the same way, we have the same soul, and this is what builds. All of us are what build up the collective, and that's what it's really about, is togetherness.
Yo, such a deep cat, man. Always coming with such knowledge, so positive. Brother Ali, we're going to get into the title track right now. Off Us. It's called Us, produced by Ant. Ali, man, we can't wait for you to come back home, bro.
I appreciate it, beloved. Thank you.
Started rhyming just to be somebody, to make people notice me at the party, and not be just a new kid that's albino. Make them say, yeah, I know, but have you heard them rhyme? No. Now I take that same party around the globe, and my story connected with a lot of folks. I hope so, cause that's the only thing that I know. I know it so well, I tell it with my eyes closed, and I go with the feeling from the start, blind in the eyes, so I see you with my heart.